Hello and welcome back to Lounging with John. Glad to be here once again with all you wonderful people. Want to give a shout out to all my subscribers to start with. And just let y'all know that I appreciate every one of you. And if you ever got any questions or anything like that, just be sure to leave your questions and comments in the comment section below. And I'll be glad to answer anything that I can. So this one's obviously a little bit different, as you can tell by the title. We're talking about guide dogs and all that stuff. Now, I've done this before, so just in case someone says, wait a minute, you've done this before. That's right, I have. But they're always a little different. And of course, on this one, in the title, it pretty much, kind of covers a variety of questions. So, anytime I do a podcast on guide dogs and stuff like that, it's always going to be a little different. And of course, if you ever got questions, then you can let me know and I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have. So, number one, someone had asked me a while back the best place to get a guide dog. I'm going to be honest, there's really not a best place. Now, let me kind of clear this up a little bit. There's always talk about one guide dog school to another. And here's the thing. Every school will have things that are said about them, whether it's good or negative. That's just the way it is. It's called rumors. I don't think that any school is a bad school. I think it's all about preference, personal preference. You've got, schools in Ohio and California and Florida and New York. So it's really a preference for you where you would want to go. Now, at the time when I got my guide dog, I lived in Ohio, so I got my guide dog from Ohio. Because that was my preference. That was my preference because of where I was living. I wanted to be a little bit closer to home at the time, so if something, went on with my kids, I wouldn't have far to go because I was only just a couple hours away from my house. I think, matter of fact, it's about an hour and 45-minute drive or something like that. Nothing that was, really that far away. So, when people tell me, oh, no, I won't go to that school, I've heard this and that, listen, don't go by that. Don't go by that. And if you're really not sure, set up a tour. Go to the school. Look at it. Or, if it's real far away and you can't do that, then call and talk to somebody. Because I guarantee you when you talk to somebody, your thoughts on that school is going to be different by the time you get off the phone with that person. Don't go by what someone else says. Because even if someone says, no, I went there and it sucked. Maybe it did, but for them, not you, right? So never go by the rumors and all that stuff. I mean, personally, if someone asks me, hey, where's a good school? I'm going to tell them Ohio, because I went there. I had a good experience every time I'd been there. I liked the people that worked there. I liked the way things were set up. I liked the way they did the training with you. So I'm going to say, hey, if it was me, I would go to Ohio. But I'm not you. you got to kind of figure that out yourself, right? So never let someone's bad experience at a school stop you from going to that school, because that is the silliest thing ever. And I promise you, you might end up missing out on a school that you would have really enjoyed. And because of someone's rumors, you threw it out the door and said, nope, I'm going to go somewhere else. You know, someone might say, oh no, that school don't train the dogs right. Look, every school trains their dogs and they do a good job. Every school trains their dogs a little differently. Okay? A little bit differently. One school might use the clickers when doing obedience and stuff like that. I think California does. Ohio does not. My guide dog, guys, does a perfect job. And I'm so grateful for having her. She has really, honestly changed my life. Opened up my eyes in so many ways. And that's the next thing we're going to talk about. The freedom for having a guide dog is just incredible. Before I got my guide dog, my freedom was very limited. I never went anywhere. And when I did, I was latching on to somebody else to guide me around. I didn't even use my cane. And I'm going to tell you, that went on for about 8 years. 7, 8 years. That I can't change. Because what's done is done. But the freedom that you get when you get a guide dog is incredible. The feeling that it gives you when you're walking through the store and you're walking with your guide dog and you're walking around and you're not having to worry about running into something or running into a person. And I mean, heck, you can go in the store and just walk around if you want. Now here's the cool part. My guide dog, if I go to the store, she remembers where things are. I have trained her to remember where things are in that store. It is easy to do. I'm not saying get your guide dog and start trying to train it a bunch of new stuff. But as time passes, you both, and we'll talk about that here in a few minutes, will bond and you'll be able to do more than what you ever thought. Okay? But the freedom alone is so worth it. And the relationship. She knows I'm talking about her, by the way. She's right there. Aren't you, girl? Huh? What? She got up and come over here because she heard me talking about her. Didn't you, girl? And she's so smart. So smart. Isn't that right? Huh? Come here. Well, come here. She looked at me like, are you talking about me? What are you doing, baby girl? Huh? Sit. Good girl. You're a good girl, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Are you excited? Oh, I know. So, if you don't have a guide dog, and you're in a position where you don't have as much freedom as what you'd like to have, don't wait around. Don't wait another year or 2 years or 3 years. Because not only are you going to have freedom, but you're going to have a best friend. you're going to have a relationship with your guide dog that is just, it's amazing. My guide dog knows me so well that if I'm stressed or anything, she knows it. She knows it without me even talking. If I'm sick, not feeling good, she knows it. If I'm nervous about something, she knows it. Because we have created a relationship like no other. We have bonded really good. And you will too with your dog. Because I'm going to tell you that when you get your guide dog, bonding with your dog is so important. So important. So don't wait around. If you're not sure where to go, call around. Call Leader Dog. And I don't know all the names off the top of my head because it's been a while, but I will get a list together and I will put it on my website, okay? And I'll do another podcast with that link and everything in case you want to look at your options. Or just go to Google and type in guide dog school listings. It will give you the whole list of every guide dog school in the United States. You'll even get listings of guide dogs that's in other countries. I'm not kidding. Okay? So, what are you doing? Yeah, you. So let's talk about the relationship between you and your dog. The bonding that I was talking about. When you get your dog, the first 4 to 6 weeks are very, very important that you dedicate your time to that dog as much as possible. When you got free time, as in you're not at school or you're not working, use that time with your dog and bond. Okay? Talk to him or her. You might say, what are you, crazy? No. They understand you. Give your dog attention. Work with your dog. Go do obedience. Take a walk. Every single day. Every single day. Now, I've seen people come home with their dogs, take them off leash a week later. Do not. Listen, keep your dog on leash for 2 weeks. At least a week and a half. So when you get up, do the same thing with your dog that you done at the school when you went through training. Get up, take your dog out, feed your dog, give her something to drink, take her out again. Do the whole potty thing. Now each school might be a little different. When we first started with our dogs, we were taking our dogs out every it started every 15 minutes. That first day it was every 30 minutes. That first day was every half an hour we was taking our dog out to potty. Not because the dog potties that much, but to train the dog that you are its partner, owner, whatever you want to call it. It's given the dog the idea of you taking it out, because the only person else that took that dog out was a trainer, and so the dog's going to be nervous, right? But when you get your dog home, keep it on a leash, work on that bonding, and create that relationship. And it does pay off. It does. Do you know, I had my first guide dog. Her name was Pearl. I miss her dearly. I love her. I'll never forget her. And she saved my life. She literally saved my life when I was in Vancouver, Washington. If it wouldn't have been for her, I'd have been hit by a bus. And it would have killed me. It would have killed me. But because of her and because of the relationship that I had created, she saved my life. And I will always, always be thankful for her. I got turned around walking across the intersection because it was real big and it had a median in the middle and I didn't realize it. I thought I was all the way across the street and then I got all confused. But she saved my life. She disobeyed me and pushed me the other direction, which kept me from being hit by a Greyhound bus. Okay? So working on that, bonding with your dog and creating that strong relationship is very important. If you have any other questions about this, I'd be glad to answer them. I love talking about my guide dog. I might even start doing a podcast with her. I might even start a channel just about me and her and our daily routines. I really thought about that. Maybe just calling the channel John and, or, I don't know. I'm thinking of names. I'm thinking about doing it. Because I'm actually thinking about with her getting involved at the children's hospital and stuff like that, and helping with kids that are sick and stuff, and going around talking to them and sharing my life with them. I'm really thinking about doing that. I really am. So maybe John and Sarah, the guide dog, or something like that. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Sarah, the guide dog, and John. I don't know. If you guys got any ideas, help me out with names. That'd be great. Now, I'm not accusing nobody, but I do want to put this out there as well. I have seen people in the past abuse that freedom with a guide dog. They went and got a guide dog. The frick was that? I believe we have a mouse, folks. Okay. There was a guy that went and got a guide dog. Worked his guide dog for about a year. And then put it over as just a pet. Left it at home with his mom and dad while he moved all over the place. And it made me so angry. And I mean, it really did upset me because that dog loves to work. Guide dogs love doing their job. And he never spent time with his dog. And I called and I reported him for it. And I let them know what he has done. What happened, I don't know. I don't know. Ah! Mouse! 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 Okay, sorry, I just scared the bonkers out of me. Yeah, well, can't edit that, can I? We got a mouse. Yes, we do. Anyways, I turned him in. I don't know what happened, but please, Don't do that. If you want a pet, that's fine. Go get you a pet. Go to the dog pound, get you a dog. Okay? But if you want a guide dog, then go get a guide dog for that reason. All right? It's a privilege to have. The freedom you get, it's just incredible. Incredible. I just don't like seeing people do that. Because your guide dog is not your pet. It's your partner, it's your best friend, but it's also your guide dog. And he or she loves to work. They love to work. They love to do their job. They love it. If for some reason you need help with anything on getting the guide dog, feel free to leave, your comments below, or email me, or follow me on Twitter, send me a message. I'd be glad to help you out. Even if you need help with the application process, whatever it might be, I would love to help you if I can. I'm very grateful for having a guide dog. I really, really am. I wish I'd have done it a lot sooner in my life, but I didn't. Personally, I think that if someone's going to get a guide dog, they should start to get one even when they're younger, 18 years old. Heck, I've even seen where there's kids that's 14 or 15 that's went and started out and got them a guide dog and learned to grow up with guide dogs and have that freedom automatically. So, if you guys want to give me your thoughts on a channel name for me and my guide dog, me and Sarah, that's her name. I'd love to hear your suggestions and all that good stuff. And also, just for a little update, just so you guys know, sometimes I like to do podcasts that I've done in the past, kind of as a follow-up. One that I haven't done for a while is one I had talked about relationships and the sighted dating the sighted, and the blind dating the sighted, and the sighted dating the blind. And it was a really good podcast. Had a lot of good conversations and questions and thoughts and all that. So I think I'm going to do that again too. And I would love to get your guys' thoughts on that as well. So for that said, I'm going to be getting out of here. Going to be working on their podcast. I probably won't do it tonight. It's getting late. But you might see another one come up. I don't know yet. We'll see. I've had this freedom, and tomorrow's my last day off, but I might stay up late and sleep in. I don't know. And I love talking to you guys. I just want you to know that every single one of you that want to talk, like I said, follow me on Facebook. Facebook.com/Blind Nation Videos. Go there and follow me and send me a message or whatever. Now, some people had got confused on that, but when you go there, you can just send me a message through that page. Now, I know some people had seen some different names and stuff, but just go to that page and follow me through there. That's the page that I set up for Lounging with John and all that good stuff. But I love talking to you guys. Kim, she talks to me now, and Blue Wings is talking to me. And anybody else, any of you guys are welcome to send me messages. I love creating new relationships with, new friends and stuff like that, meeting new people. It just, it makes me feel good to know that, there are people out there that, enjoy hearing, what I got to say, and that enjoy. You guys, honestly, have changed my life. Before YouTube, I got my best friend, and that was it. Before YouTube, I wasn't even focusing on even doing college, and I'm like, you know what, I need to change things in my life, and I think I'm going to do a video talking about all that. Some people might not want to hear it, but that's okay with me. I love you guys very much. I appreciate you guys, and I hope that when I say that, I hope that whether it's a video or a podcast, that you can hear the sincerity in my voice of how true that I am with you guys, and how much it means to me to finally have people in my life that look at me for more than just, I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for, but I never really, well, we'll just save it for another podcast, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Blue Wings. Justice, I ain't heard from you, man. I hope you're doing okay. A Deadly Gamer. Every one of you guys, it means something to me when you guys talk to me and say different things. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm going to get out of here for now. I'll probably do another podcast tonight, to be honest. I might even do that podcast, just talking about, my relationship with YouTube and you guys, and a little more on not really me growing up blind, but kind of a continued story to that. So, I love you guys so much, and it's because of you guys that keeps me going, that makes me feel good about who I am, and makes me feel good about what I do. And it kind of keeps my mind off of the other side of things, which is, like I said, I'll talk about that on the other, but just to give you an idea of what I'm going to be doing. Doing all this keeps my mind off of the part of being without anybody, because I don't like it, but there's not been that right moment yet, and it's not fun, but it's life was not designed to be perfect. So, anyways, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you real soon. Like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter down below. Follow me on Facebook. And hopefully, with these podcasts about guide dogs and about, being successful and all that, I pray every night that I help somebody out there, that I make a difference in your life. Because it's not just about me. It's about all of us locking arms together to create a better future. Not just for me, but for you and for everybody. Follow me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/loungewithjohn. That is LOUNGE with WITH John, JOHN. You can also follow me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/blindnationvideos. Please be sure to share this channel on your social sites. And until next time, stay safe and take care.